We're going to look now at adding mixed numbers that don't have a picture to go with them. So how can we do this mathematically without a picture to guide us? So we're going to start with a simple fraction problem, 4 1/4 plus 2 1/2. And the first thing we must recognize is that we need common denominators. In order to solve any of these problems, we have to have common denominators. In any fraction situation, whether it's mixed numbers, improper fractions, or regular fractions, you always must start with a common denominator. So I'm going to copy my problem. 4 1/2. Oh, not quite correct there. Let's fix that. So 4 1/4 plus 2 1/2. And I'm going to now change the denominator of my fractions so they match. So I want to find those multiples of 2 and 4. We'll start with the 2. So 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. And I already have my matching denominator. So my new fractions are 4 1/4. That denominator does not change. Plus 2. My new denominator is 4. And to find the numerator, I'm going to start from the number I circled and count 1, 2, and I'm going to multiply my numerator by that number. 1 times 2 is 2. So we've done all that before, found common denominators. It's not any different than when we simply added regular fractions. Now we're just adding a whole number to the mix. So step 2 says that we are going to add the whole numbers together. So I'm going to say 4 plus 2 is 6. And then step 3 is to add the fractions. 1/4 plus 2/4 is 3/4. And I'm going to put those fractions and whole numbers together to make sure, and then make sure I simplify my answer at the end. So I take my 6 and my fraction of 3/4. And my final answer is 6 3/4. And I ask myself, can 3/4 be simplified? And the answer is no. 3 and 4 do not have a common factor, so therefore they cannot be simplified. So we're going to follow those same 3 steps. No matter what our mixed numbers look like, those same 3 steps are how we are going to add them together. So let's look at a different one that will have a little bit more work at the end, but the 3 steps we start with are the same. The first thing I want to do is find a common denominator. So my problem is 4 3/4 plus 2 1/2. So let's make those a list of multiples and find my common factor. So 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. And there's the match already. I don't have to go very far. And I'm going to rewrite my math problem. 4, I use the same denominator here. It didn't change. 4 3/4 plus 2. My denominator is 4. And I count up 1, 2. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 2/4. That was step 1. Step 2, add the whole numbers. So 4, I'm going to give myself a little more room. 4 plus 2 right here is 6. And then I'm going to add my fractions. Step 3, 3/4 plus 2/4 is 5/4. This is where your brain should be going, wait, that's not right. Something's different here. That is an improper fraction. And yes, when we put this together, we have the math problem, or the answer, 6 5/4. We don't want 5/4 to be in our answer. So if that's the case, sometimes we have to change our fraction to a mixed number and then add them again. So that's what I'm going to do with the 5/4. I'm going to say 5 divided by 4. 4 goes into 5 one time. 1 times 4 is 4. Remainder of 1. So I turn this division problem now into a mixed number. My whole number comes from the top, the answer. My numerator is the remainder. My denominator is the divisor, or I keep the same denominator. So I now have 1 1/4, but I can't forget to add it to my whole number. So I'm going to add it to the 6 and get 6 plus 1 is 7 and 1/4. And I ask myself, can 7 and 1/4 be simplified? And the answer is no. My numerator is 1, and when your numerator is 1, you cannot simplify the fraction.